case for DaRon Bland. Why the Cowboys defense needs to embrace press man coverage. As a passionate Dallas Cowboys fan, it's tough to watch a talented player like DaRon Bland struggle this season. But let's be clear, it's not because he forgot how to play the game. Instead, it seems like he's being misused in a scheme that doesn't suit his strengths. Bland, a press man corner, has found himself in a defensive setup that asks him to play zone far too often. This misalignment is evident to everyone watching, yet it appears the coaching staff isn't catching on. Recent stats reveal that the Cowboys have played zone coverage on a staggering 76.8% of their defensive snaps, with man coverage only making an appearance 15.9% of the time. This is particularly alarming given that more than half of those zone looks are middle closed. It seems like the defense is designed to sit back and read plays rather than be aggressive and dictate the action. And let's face it, when you have a roster full of press man corners, this approach just doesn't make sense. The turning point came in Week 7 against Washington when the Cowboys finally adjusted their strategy. For the first time, they played man coverage nearly half the game, and the results were impressive. Bland looked like his old self, finishing with an 83.4 overall PFF grade, allowing just 4 catches for 45 yards on 8 targets, and even snagging an interception. It was a clear demonstration of how effective he can be when given the chance to press receivers and disrupt their timing. In that game, the entire defense benefited from the shift in coverage. With receivers under pressure, quarterbacks had to hold the ball longer, leading to 26 total pressures, including 4 sacks. This wasn't just a blitz-dependent success. It was a result of the corners holding up in coverage long enough for the pass rush to make its mark. So, why is this important? When the Cowboys default to zone coverage over 75% of the time, quarterbacks can diagnose plays quickly and get the ball out. This makes the pass rush look average and unfairly puts the blame on the corners. However, when the Cowboys embrace press man coverage, everything clicks. The defense plays faster, and the entire unit benefits. It's clear, DaRon Bland isn't having a down season because of a lack of talent. The issue lies in the coaching choices being made. If Matt Eberflus continues to ignore the strengths of his personnel, not just Bland, but the entire defense will continue to struggle. The Washington game showed us the potential, and it's time for the Cowboys to commit to this approach more consistently. What do you think, Cowboys fans? Are you frustrated by the defensive strategy? Do you believe Bland can bounce back if given the right opportunities? Comment "Go Dallas Cowboys" below and share your thoughts. Where are you from? And what's your take on the current state of the Cowboys defense? Let's hear it. Headline: Could Philip Rivers make an impact in Indianapolis? The NFL season has taken a surprising turn, with the Indianapolis Colts bringing quarterback Philip Rivers out of retirement. This move comes after a series of injuries have left their quarterback situation in disarray. Starter Daniel Jones is out for the season due to an Achilles injury, and Anthony Richardson is still on injured reserve recovering from an orbital fracture. With Riley Leonard also dealing with a knee issue, the Colts were left with only practice squad QB Brett Rippon as their healthy option. Now, Rivers, who just turned 44, could potentially step back onto the field against the Seattle Seahawks. It's a bold move, especially considering that he hasn't played since 2020. But let's not forget, during his last season with the Colts, Rivers threw for over 4,000 yards and 24 touchdowns. Can you imagine him trying to lead a team again, especially at his age? What do you think, Cowboys fans? Is this a smart move for the Colts, or are they just grasping at straws? Comment "Go Dallas Cowboys" in the comments. As a dedicated fan of the Dallas Cowboys, I can't help but reflect on how we would handle a situation like this. Would we welcome back a veteran from retirement if we faced a similar crisis? Or would we stick to our younger talent? It's tough to see teams scrambling like this, especially when they have players who could be stepping up. We know how important a strong quarterback is to a team's success, and it's hard not to feel a little sympathy for the Colts right now, even if we are rivals. What really gets me thinking is how Rivers might perform. He has the experience and a solid track record, but can he still hang with younger, more agile players? It's a huge question mark, and it makes me wonder how the Cowboys would fare if we ever found ourselves in a similar pickle. What do you think about this situation, Cowboys Nation? Do you believe Rivers can make a difference? Or is he just too far removed from the game? Let me know where you're from and what you think about this whole situation. Remember to comment your city and your thoughts about the Dallas Cowboys.